Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Florin Zubașcu. I'm executive editor of Science Business, a media and communications company based in Brussels, covering research and innovation policy. I have the great pleasure to welcome you today here in Prague at the first regional event that is part of our Science Business Widening initiative. I'd like to say a few words about what this initiative is and what we're trying to do. As you know, there's quite a significant performance gap in terms of research and innovation in Europe. And there are many reasons for that. Poor investment, lack of reforms, lack of proper EU funding mechanisms, and so on. And what we want to do with this initiative is to try to get a conversation started around this topic. And to do that, we have launched a newsletter in September, a dedicated newsletter that comes twice a month, which features news and analysis on these issues. In addition to that, we're also planning to organize a series of events in Central and Eastern Europe to better connect Central and Eastern European countries among themselves, but also to connect them to policymakers in Brussels. Now, before I move on to the topic of the conference today, I'd like to thank our partner Science Europe for making this meeting possible, and also to our supporting sponsor, the Initiative for Science in Europe. So today we will talk about talent retention and what kind of policies and initiatives are needed to make sure that Central and Eastern European countries or the member states that joined the EU after 2004 are able to attract the talent they need and to thrive in research and innovation. So we already have had a brief introduction into the topic last night during a dinner. Some of you have attended that, and the conclusion was, not to give too much away of what was said there, but the conclusion was that more needs to be done, both at EU and national levels, to fix this, to bridge this gap. So, to get that conversation, to continue that conversation today, we will start with a panel, with a Q&A session and then a panel discussion on why the Czech Republic has proven to be a success story from this point of view. How has it managed to transform its research innovation system over the past couple of decades? And what are the challenges that lie ahead?